Power BI Interview Questions and Answers. This is part 3 of 4. Welcome to our Power BI Interview Questions and Answers video. Whether you're a seasoned Power BI professional or just starting your journey in business intelligence, this video is designed to help you ace your Power BI interviews. What is the purpose of the Power BI Large Models feature, and in what scenarios would an organization benefit from using it? Power BI Large Models is a feature designed to handle and optimize the performance of datasets that exceed the standard limits of Power BI Pro. Organizations with very large datasets, where traditional Power BI limitations may be reached, can benefit from large models to accommodate more data and enhance performance. Explain the role of Power BI deployment pipelines in managing the lifecycle of Power BI content. How can it be used for development, testing, and deployment processes? Power BI deployment pipelines provide a structured and automated way to manage the lifecycle of Power BI content. They allow for the development, testing, and deployment of reports and datasets across different environments, ensuring a controlled and reliable process for promoting content from development to production. How does Power BI XML endpoints contribute to the integration of Power BI with other analytical tools and platforms? Power BI XML endpoints allow external tools and platforms to connect and interact with Power BI datasets using the XML protocol. This enables integration with various analytical tools, such as SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS, or Azure Analysis Services. Users can perform operations like querying and processing Power BI datasets from external environments. Explain the concept of Power BI data source filters and how they can be used to control data access at the source level. Power BI data source filters allow users to define filters at the data source level, restricting the data that is imported into Power BI. This feature is useful for scenarios where users need access to the same dataset but should only see a subset of the data based on their role or security clearance. How can Power BI streaming datasets be utilized for real-time data visualization, and what are some use cases for this feature? Power BI streaming datasets allow users to push real-time data into Power BI for live streaming visualizations. This feature is beneficial for scenarios where immediate visibility into changing data is crucial, such as monitoring social media trends, website traffic, or IT device data. Explain the process of setting up and using Power BI incremental refresh with Power Query parameters to dynamically load and refresh data based on specific criteria. Power BI incremental refresh with Power Query parameters involves using parameters in Power Query to dynamically filter data during refresh. This allows for incremental data loading based on specific criteria, such as a date range. It is useful for scenarios where only a subset of data needs to be refreshed, improving performance. What is the role of Power BI multi-geo, and how can it be beneficial for organizations with a global presence? Power BI multi-geo is designed for organizations with a global presence, allowing them to store and manage Power BI data in different geographic regions. This can improve data residency compliance and performance by keeping data closer to users in specific regions while still providing a unified Power BI experience. How can Power BI data profiling assist in understanding and assessing the quality of data in a dataset? What insights can it provide to users? Power BI data profiling provides insights into the quality and characteristics of data within a dataset. It helps users understand data types, distributions, and patterns, making it easier to identify potential issues or anomalies. Data profiling assists in the data preparation process by providing a comprehensive overview of the dataset. Explain the purpose of Power BI Smart Narratives and how it contributes to the storytelling aspect of reports. Power BI Smart Narratives automatically generate natural language descriptions based on data insights. It enhances the storytelling aspect of reports by translating data points into meaningful and contextual narratives. Users can include these narratives in their reports to provide clear and concise explanations of key findings and trends. How can Power BI export to PDF/PPT features be utilized for sharing and distributing reports? What considerations should be taken into account when using these features? Power BI export to PDF/PPT features allow users to save and share reports in standard document formats. When utilizing these features, consideration should be given to page layout, visual formatting, and the need for static or dynamic content. Users should ensure that exported reports maintain clarity and effectiveness for the intended audience. Explain the concept of Power BI Smart Insights and how it can assist users in discovering meaningful patterns and trends in their data. Power BI Smart Insights is a feature that automatically analyzes data and generates insightful narratives to highlight trends, anomalies, and potential areas of interest. It uses machine learning algorithms to provide valuable insights, making it easier for users to discover important patterns in their data without manual exploration. How can Power BI paginated reports with Power BI Premium be leveraged for scalable and pixel-perfect reporting in an enterprise setting? Power BI paginated reports with Power BI Premium provide a scalable solution for pixel-perfect reporting in an enterprise environment. Premium capacity allows for dedicated resources and enhanced performance, making it suitable for organizations with high reporting demands and a need for consistent, printable reports. Explain the role of Power BI integration with Azure Synapse Analytics and how it enhances the capabilities for analyzing and visualizing large volumes of data. Power BI integration with Azure Synapse Analytics, formerly Azure SQL Data Warehouse, allows users to connect Power BI to large-scale, cloud-based data warehouses. This integration enhances the capabilities of Power BI for analyzing and visualizing vast amounts of data stored in Azure Synapse Analytics, enabling scalable and high-performance analytics. What is the purpose of Power BI AI Insights, and how can it be used to integrate artificial intelligence capabilities into Power BI reports? Power BI AI Insights is a feature that enables the integration of artificial intelligence capabilities directly into Power BI reports. It provides pre-built AI visuals, such as key influencers and decomposition tree, to help users gain deeper insights from their data. This feature is valuable for uncovering patterns in relationships using AI algorithms. Explain the concept of Power BI goals for premium capacity and how it extends goal tracking capabilities in Power BI. Power BI goals for premium capacity is an extension of the goal tracking capabilities in Power BI, specifically designed for premium environments. It offers enhanced performance and scalability for tracking and visualizing key performance indicators, KPIs, over time, catering to organizations with higher data volumes and more extensive reporting needs. How can Power BI Composite Model with Direct Query and Import be utilized to combine the strengths of both storage modes in a single report? Power BI Composite Model with Direct Query and Import Power BI aggregated tables and optimizing query performance. When and how would you implement aggregated tables in a data model? Power BI aggregated tables involve creating additional tables that store pre-aggregated data to improve query performance. They are useful when dealing with large datasets and complex calculations, as they allow users to avoid recalculating aggregations at runtime. Aggregated tables can significantly enhance query performance in scenarios with repetitive calculations. How does Power BI Composite Models with Storage Mode contribute to optimizing memory usage and performance in a data model? Power BI Composite Models with Storage Mode allows users to define storage modes, import or direct query, for individual tables in a data model. This enables optimization of memory usage by choosing the appropriate storage mode based on the nature and size of each table. It helps balance performance and resource consumption in complex data models. What is Power BI table-level security, and how can it be implemented to restrict data access at the table level for different users or roles? Power BI table-level security involves implementing security rules at the table level to restrict data access based on user roles. It allows users to define which rows of a table are visible to specific roles, ensuring that different users see only the data relevant to their role or responsibilities within the organization. Explain the process of using Power BI data protection features to enhance data security and compliance within an organization. Power BI data protection features are designed to enhance data security and compliance. They include features such as sensitivity labels, encryption at rest, and data residency controls. These features help organizations enforce data protection policies, adhere to regulatory requirements, and ensure secure handling of sensitive information within Power BI. Explain the concept of Power BI cross-filtering and how it impacts data visualization and analysis in reports. Power BI cross-filtering allows users to interactively filter data in one visual based on selections made in another visual. This feature enhances the user experience by enabling dynamic exploration of data relationships. Understanding how cross-filtering works is crucial for creating interactive and interconnected reports. How can Power BI Power Automate integration be leveraged to automate business processes and enhance workflow automation in Power BI? Power BI Power Automate integration allows users to create automated workflows triggered by events in Power BI. This integration is valuable for automating business processes, such as sending notifications or updating external systems, based on changes in Power BI data. It enhances the overall workflow automation capabilities. Explain the role of Power BI Service Principal in Power BI administration and automation. How can it be used for managing Power BI resources programmatically? Power BI Service Principal is an Azure Active Directory (AAD) application that represents Power BI in an AAD tenant. It is used for managing Power BI resources programmatically, automating tasks such as workspace creation, report deployment, and user management. Understanding service principles is essential for effective Power BI administration and automation. What is the purpose of Power BI Dataflow's data protection features, and how do they contribute to ensuring data privacy and compliance? Power BI Dataflow's data protection features include capabilities for managing data privacy and compliance within the Power BI service. This involves implementing measures such as data lineage tracking, sensitivity labels, and encryption to ensure secure and compliant handling of data within Power BI Dataflows. Explain the concept of Power BI Dynamic M-Query parameters and how they can be used for creating dynamic and flexible Power Query transformations. Power BI Dynamic M-Query parameters involve using parameters in Power Query M expressions to create dynamic and flexible transformations. This allows users to define reusable and customizable data transformation logic, making it easier to adapt queries to changing requirements without manual editing of the M code. How does Power BI Embedded Analytics provide organizations with the ability to embed Power BI reports and dashboards into custom applications? Power BI Embedded Analytics allows organizations to embed Power BI reports and dashboards directly into custom applications. This is achieved through APIs and embedded capacities, enabling seamless integration of Power BI content into external applications. It provides a customized and branded analytics experience for application users. Explain the purpose of Power BI Smart Narratives and how it enhances the storytelling aspect of reports. Power BI Smart Narratives automatically generate natural language descriptions based on data insights. This feature enhances the storytelling aspect of reports by translating data points into meaningful narratives. Users can leverage smart narratives to provide clear and contextual explanations of key findings, enhancing the overall report narrative. How can Power BI Advanced Data Governance features be utilized to manage data lifecycle, retention policies, and data classification within the Power BI service? Power BI Advanced Data Governance features provide capabilities for managing data lifecycle, retention policies, and data classification within the Power BI service. These features include dataset and report lifecycle management, retention policies, and sensitivity labels, helping organizations adhere to data governance and compliance requirements. Explain the role of Power BI Incremental Refresh with Power Query parameters in managing and optimizing data refresh for large datasets. Power BI Incremental Refresh with Power Query parameters involves using parameters in Power Query to dynamically filter data during refresh. This feature is particularly useful for managing and optimizing data refresh for large datasets, allowing users to refresh only the subset of data that has changed, thereby improving performance. What are the key considerations for implementing Power BI Advanced Data Protection to ensure data security and compliance? Implementing Power BI Advanced Data Protection involves considerations such as applying sensitivity labels to classify and protect data, enforcing encryption at rest for data security, configuring data residency controls to meet compliance requirements, managing access and permissions to ensure proper data governance, monitoring and auditing data access and usage for compliance. Explain the role of Power BI Direct Query and how it differs from other data connectivity modes in Power BI. Power BI Direct Query is a connectivity mode that allows Power BI to directly query and retrieve data from a data source in real time. Unlike import mode, where data is loaded into the Power BI model, Direct Query keeps the data in the source system and queries it dynamically. Understanding direct query is crucial for scenarios with large datasets or where real-time data access is essential. How does Power BI aggregations on direct query contribute to optimizing query performance, especially for large datasets? Power BI aggregations on direct query allows users to define pre-aggregated tables even when using direct query as the connectivity mode. This feature enhances query performance by enabling the use of aggregated tables, similar to import mode. It is valuable for scenarios where users want the benefits of direct query but also need performance optimization for certain calculations. Explain the purpose of Power BI Paginated Report Builder and how it enhances the design and creation of paginated reports. Power BI Paginated Report Builder is a standalone tool used for designing and creating paginated reports. It provides a more sophisticated and feature-rich environment for designing pixel-perfect reports compared to the Power BI desktop. Users can leverage Paginated Report Builder for advanced formatting, layout control, and precise control over report elements. What is the role of Power BI Row-Level Security, RLS, with Analysis Services Live Connection, and how does it contribute to securing data in Power BI reports? Power BI Row-Level Security, RLS, with Analysis Services Live Connection allows users to implement security rules at the model level when connecting to an analysis services model. This helps in securing data at the row level based on user roles, ensuring that users only see the data they are authorized to access. How can Power BI Multi-Geo be leveraged for managing data residency and compliance in a global organization? Power BI Multi-Geo is designed for organizations with a global presence, allowing them to store and manage Power BI data in different geographic regions. This feature helps in managing data residency and compliance by ensuring that data is stored and processed in specific regions, aligning with local regulations and privacy requirements. Explain the concept of Power BI deployment pipelines for apps and how it facilitates the deployment and management of Power BI apps across environments. Power BI deployment pipelines for apps extend the capabilities of deployment pipelines to include the deployment and management of Power BI apps. This feature allows organizations to define and automate the deployment of entire apps, including dashboards, reports, and datasets, across different environments, streamlining the app development lifecycle. How does Power BI external tools contribute to extending the functionality of Power BI Desktop, and what types of external tools can be integrated? Power BI external tools allow users to integrate third-party tools directly into the Power BI desktop interface, extending its functionality. Users can integrate tools for tasks such as DAX editing, performance profiling, and report documentation. This feature enhances the development experience by providing additional tools for specific tasks. Explain the concept of Power BI Service Workspace settings and how administrators can use them to manage access and permissions within workspaces. Power BI Service Workspace settings allow administrators to configure and manage settings at the workspace level in the Power BI service. This includes settings related to access, permissions, and features within the workspace. Understanding and configuring workspace settings is essential for administrators to control the behavior and security of workspaces. How can Power BI Power Platform data flows be used for integrating and transforming data across the Power Platform applications? Power BI Power Platform data flows provide a common data preparation and transformation framework across the Power Platform applications. Users can create data flows in Power BI and reuse them in other Power Platform applications like Power Apps and Power Automate. This facilitates data integration and consistency across the Power Platform. What are the considerations and best practices for implementing Power BI hierarchical aggregations to optimize query performance in large datasets with hierarchical structures? Power BI hierarchical aggregations involve optimizing query performance for large datasets with hierarchical structures. Considerations and best practices include defining aggregations at various hierarchical levels, understanding the data distribution, and selecting appropriate storage modes. This feature helps in balancing performance and resource utilization for hierarchical data. Exciting updates await! Stay tuned for part 4 of our Power BI interview questions and answers video, where we'll delve deeper into advanced topics, share expert insights, and equip you with the knowledge you need to shine in your Power BI interviews. Don't miss out.
Hey learners, don't just watch, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into a sea of knowledge together.